A powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake has struck Haiti, prompting a red alert from the US Geological Survey for what it expects will be many casualties. Buildings have collapsed and a number of deaths have been reported. The epicenter was about 160 kilometers west of the capital, Port-au-Prince. The disaster-plagued nation is still recovering from the earthquake in 2010 that killed more than 200,000 people. Let's cross live to Heidi Jo Castro in Washington, D.C. So, Heidi, tell us what more we know about this at the moment.
Well, Hazem, we know that this quake struck at about 8:30 local time in the morning in Haiti. That was about 2.5 hours ago, and the country's new prime minister, Ariel Henry, has confirmed that there are deaths, though the official numbers may still take a while to come in due to the communication breakdown that's part of the destruction here. The U.S. Geological Survey has issued a red alert for the likelihood of high fatalities, saying that the high casualties are probable and that the damage is widespread. Now, of course, this couldn't come at a worse time for the worst circumstances. Haiti is still struggling to recover from the magnitude 7.0 earthquake that hit in 2010, which was smaller than the 7.2 magnitude measured this morning. That earthquake, of course, leaving close to 300,000 Haitians dead, destroying homes for 1.5 million. Now we're seeing images from social media of crumbled buildings, of hospitals that have been devastated, others overwhelmed with a number of people streaming in with injuries. And of course, Haiti is still going through its political crisis after the assassination of its president just 5 weeks ago.
Indeed, all of this coming at a time when the country is already reeling from all of the problems that you just outlined there, Heidi Jo Castro. We'll check in with you again, hopefully when we get more information. For the moment, Heidi Jo Castro, live for us there in Washington, D.C. Well, John Bellini is a geophysicist at the U.S. Geological Survey's National Earthquake Information Center. He joins us now from Golden in Colorado. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, I know your team has been monitoring this quake. Tell us what you know about it at this point.
Well, what we know is that we have a magnitude 7.2 for this earthquake, and it is located west of Port-au-Prince, farther west actually than the January 2010 earthquake, which was a little bit smaller at a magnitude 7.0. So that is definitely a positive thing with this, but because of the size and population density, there will probably be widespread damage.
And what sort of damage? I know information is sketchy at the moment, and this may be a little speculative, but give us a sense of the kind of damage that an earthquake like this on this magnitude could do in a country like Haiti, where the infrastructure is already not particularly strong. And as we said at the top there, the country is still recovering from that devastating earthquake of 2010.
Based on what we saw with the 2010 earthquake, we would not be surprised to see lots of buildings collapsed and others having quite a bit of significant damage.
And how long would it take for, to fully assess the kind of damage that would be done after a quake like this?
Well, we don't do damage assessments directly, but because of the location and the nature of the situation there, damage assessments, something that's going to take some time.
Good to speak with you, John Bellini. Thanks very much for being with us.